Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is a very new type of content here on my channel, but I'm ready to explore it. And thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, so this first things first, guys. My voiceovers won't be as perfect as other people's because this is my very first video, and the quality won't be so good because I am doing this for the first time, like I said, and sometimes I'll be in the way, so you guys won't see much. And also the weather was cloudy, so the lighting will keep changing. Right. So first thing, I'm gonna start by doing her brows. She didn't have a tail to her brows, so that's where my main focus was. But because the look that we were gonna do, as you guys saw, it is quite colorful, so the brows had to be like beat to beat. So that's what I did there. And I'm using a pomade instead of a pencil, and the pomade that I'm using, I got it at Kumakule. And it is in the shade black. You want to start by outlining the lower part of the brow from the beginning to the tail, right? And then once you get to the top of the brow, you only outline just a quarter of the brow, not from the very beginning of the brow. To fill the brow in, you need to do hair-like strokes and not really just color in, but you need to do hair-like strokes because she already had like a nice full brows at the beginning. The only thing that was lacking was the tail, so I went very crazy on the tail and not the very beginning. Like I said, my hand will be in the way, guys. I'm so sorry, but that's basically how I did them. I like to highlight the arch or the arc of the brow first before doing the beginning of the brow. So I'm using the Wet n Wild medium deep 10 to highlight the whole of her brow. I went ahead and did the other eye off camera because my camera was dying, so I wanted to save the battery. Guys, I'm so sorry, but anyway, I did that off camera, and then I used her shade of foundation, and the foundation that we were using was the Revlon Color Stay in the shade Toffee Caramel number 10, and that's what we used. Because she had oily skin and the product was really good for oily skin people, so that's what I used to carve out or correct the top of her brow. With a fluffy brush, I blended out the concealer. As you guys can see, I am dragging it down. However, I'm not using that shade to prime the eyelid. To prime the lids, I used the Wet n Wild concealer in the shade Medium Tony, but because it wasn't popping that much and I wanted it to be very light because I was gonna go with very colorful eyeshadow, so I used the LA Girl, the OG Pro Conceal in the shade Creamy Beige. I'm using this palette from Makeup Revolution times Temi. This is the very first collaboration of Temi and Makeup Revolution, and I'll be going in with the shade, the paper that had the labels on, the names on. I threw it away, guys. That was very unpractical, but anyway, we are not there. I used the orange and the purplish shade next to the orange. I was mixing them together, and then to define the crease, I used those two colors as my transitioning colors, and to define the crease, I used the brown shade. As you guys can see, I am picking in that shade with a fluffy brush, or those two shades rather, with a fluffy brush, and then after I'm gonna blend them out. So that is the trick, using circular motions. You pack first and then blend out using circular motions. Then after that, I'm gonna pack the brown using the very same brush onto the crease just to define it. Adding a deep shade of brown, you don't want to go very heavy-handed as you start or as you begin, right? So you want to, when you pack, you don't pack as the very two shades that we were using as our transition, but rather you pack while blending, meaning you take a little bit of the product, blend it in, and then go back into your pen, take a little bit of the product, blend it in. I don't know if that makes sense, but I think it does. To cut the crease, I am using that creamy beige concealer from LA Girl Pro Conceal, and I'm using this lighter one because I wanted the colors that I'm about to pack on the eyelid to pop. Just so there are no harsh lines, you want to blend out the concealer using the deep brown shade that we used. Before packing on your shades on the lid, make sure that the concealer is blended out seamlessly. And the next palette we are going to use is from Makeup Revolution. It is called the Forever Flawless Beds of Paradise. And then the white shade that we are going to use is Cockatoon. Blend out the brown with Island, and then the orange shade we are using is Token Play, and the yellow shade is called Canary. Enough with the eyes. Now moving on to the skin, I am gonna prime her face using the Nivea anti-aging sunscreen. Blended it out with a brush, please, and then after we're gonna use the foundation that we used to cup out the brows with a brush, and then after that, after blending it in with the brush, we're gonna blend it in with the beauty blender. My beauty blender is damp meaning it is almost like wetish. And then after that, we're gonna highlight her face. These are the places that I like to highlight. And then I added, but it's not in the clip, I added that very light concealer just in the middle of her eyes, but you can't see it. And then I used this translucent powder from Yardley to set the face. At this point, my camera was failing me. It was refusing to switch on. So we used the Palladio blush. And then I used that contour palette from NYX to contour. And then this is the final product. I know I cheated you guys of the information of the face, but stay tuned. I'll have another client transformation video for you guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I love you. Bye.